Hey, Bookies. I just wanted to tap in with you guys today and we can have a talk about toxic relationships, abusive relationships. I'm just talking about it just because this is based off of my own personal experience, but I do have the keys so that you can move on as long as you're ready. So let's get right to it. Firstly, I want you to stop trying to convince yourself that what their other person is doing to you is not hurting you, that it's not them, it's you. Stop convincing yourself of that. When people hurt you, it's not because that's just who they are. They're hurting you because they feel like they can. Sometimes we don't align with people. Sometimes what we have in our hearts, who we are personally, doesn't truly align with other people. For examples, if you're a person who likes to go on long walks and likes to go and paint, go sit by the beach, go sit in nature, but then you come across somebody who likes to party all night, likes to be outside, likes to do this, likes to do that, you're not aligned because you don't have the same values. You don't have the same thought process for your everyday life. So that will cause conflict. Another thing is, when you're not aligned with people, it could be based off how they were raised. So some people can be raised in a way that they don't show emotions, that they keep their emotions to themselves. On the other hand, you could be somebody who blatantly expresses your emotions. Neither makes one person better than the other. Both need to have things to work on. Now, when we see toxic relationship, abusive relationships, we think it's only one person who needs to work on themselves. But really, the person who is being abused needs to work on their self-confidence, their self-respect, their dignity, and their self-love. When there's people who are abusing, they need to work on their self-esteem. They need to work on their triggers. They need to work on their anger. They need to work on seeing themselves for who they truly are and not the grandiose personality that they made up in their head. So if you want to figure out if this relationship is something that you should be leaving, if it's not worth even putting in the work to fix it, because everybody can heal, nobody's perfect, and you can tell right now from where we are in the world, everybody has been traumatized. So that's the only reason I cut any slack. But you're still responsible for your actions. So to get the process started, if you're with somebody who is not abusive in a way of violence, they're verbally abusive. If they're physically abusive, you have to just leave. You have to just go. Tell a trusted family member. You tell a trusted friend. You tell a trusted authority figure. You go to a shelter. You leave immediately. You make a plan and leave. And you don't trigger them. You don't tell them that you're leaving. You just dip and go. If you're dealing with somebody who's more emotionally abusive and they just feel like they have control over you, you need to, one, gain control of your power, gain control of your wants and your needs. You need to focus on yourself, and you need to let them know that you are in control of yourself. Sometimes when people see that a woman is submissive, or if a man is a submissive man, they tend to take advantage of these things because they feel like, oh, well, I got all the power in my hands. I can do anything I want. This person's never going to leave. Until after, when you show them, actually, I do have boundaries. I do have respect for myself, and you're not going to treat me like this. When you're dealing with people who are emotionally abusive, they feed off of your emotional energy. They feel alive when you show them that you're sad, when you show them that they make you happy. Anything that you do will boost their energy. So if you show some tears, you show that you're angry, you crash out, they're going to feel like they're alive, and they're going to do it 10 times harder the next time. I promise you that. But when somebody is emotionally manipulative and abusive, you have to be assertive. You cannot show them any type of emotion until they understand what they actually did was wrong, because sometimes they really just don't understand that they're a bad person because they're acting like this. You need to go heal so that you don't hurt people going forward. So what you want to do is you want to start asserting your boundaries. You want to make sure that you are establishing to the other person that me and you are two different people. You're separate, I'm separate. We come together, we make magic. But it's not, I'm me, you're you, and I come over here and I'm just you now. No, that's not how it goes. Let them know what your non-negotiables are. If you do this to me, I'm leaving. I'm not going to ask you any questions. I'm not going to give you an explanation. I am leaving. What are the things that trigger you? Figure those things out for yourself so that you understand whether if that's something that you are being triggered on because you have to heal, or if it's something that somebody's triggering in you because they're not healed. Somebody is constantly triggering you, making you feel like you're not loved. That's not love. Love is not fighting with each other. Love is not hitting each other. Love is not calling each other names. Love is being there for each other, giving equal give and take, making sure that that other person has a sane mental state, making sure that person can be able to get up the next day and just as well as yourself, because you guys pour into each other. And love is a reciprocal energy. I promise you, God did not put us on this earth so that we can bow down to other people. God wanted us to know that we have the God within ourselves and that we don't need other people to keep us lifted and keep us in good vibrations, keep us in good spirits, make sure that we have good intentions, because it is every man for themselves. When you go into that casket, it's going to be you alone. It's not going to be anybody else. So you need to make sure you do what's best for you. If you're living your life and you're unhappy, you have to make a change or you will continue to do it. Now, I just want to explain something that I've learned in tarot, because tarot is one thing that helped me learn a lot about life. I really feel like this is like the card game of life. That's how I feel like tarot is, but it's not a game. I wanted to show you guys, because I do have tarot decks and I also have oracle decks, but I wanted to show you guys this card. This card is called the Tower. So the Tower is just a depiction of when you build things on a faulty base, they will fall. They will come crumbling down. So when you are in a tower, that's like you being in a relationship with somebody and you guys did not talk about the relationship before you got in it, and now you're in a relationship and everything's falling down. Things fall down so they could be rebuilt. And the last card I wanted to show you guys is this card right here. This is the Death card. See, people think of death and they always think of the end, no return. But the death means that it's a rebirth. That means that what is old is now being renewed, restored, brought back even better. So don't be afraid to shake up your foundation just so that you can keep the peace. Because the more you keep the peace, the more there's no peace. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for tapping in with me today, and stay blessed. And I want you guys to have beautiful days. Keep manifesting your dreams and don't let nothing bring you down.